A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+. English, that's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to A+ English. I'm Mike.
I'm Chickling.
And we are back here with day 2 of our sort of investigation, I guess you could call it, our sort of research, or at least a good story from Ethan. Ethan was a guy who thought he saw a ghost. He woke up in the middle of the night. He couldn't move. He was awake in his mind. He was able to look around, but he couldn't move. And he was sure that ghosts were holding him down on the bed. My other question is, why would ghosts care? Why would they want to? What are they stopping you from doing? Don't let him get up to pee. Don't let him get up to get a glass of water in the middle of the night. We must hold him down using our magical ghostly powers.
True.
Yeah, well, I think maybe it didn't make sense because his brain wasn't working quite right. His brain was awake, but his body was asleep. This has nothing to do with ghosts or curses or black magic. This is just your brain and sleep. Because when you go to sleep, your brain sort of switches into a sort of a shutdown mode. And if something wakes you up in the middle of the night, and for example, if you have a nap, as Chicolin told us yesterday, you can kind of interrupt your brain when it's in sort of sleep mode.
Yeah.
And that can make things very confusing for you when you wake up. I'm not sure this has happened to me, but I do remember sometimes, often it was when I was not sleeping in my own bed. And I would kind of wake up and feel like I heard a loud noise. And I remember once I was my parents' house when I didn't live there. And they were like, what loud noise? It was so loud or something like that. And so, I don't know, they were old, so maybe they're deaf. But I think it might have just been my mind playing tricks on me. Because as we learned yesterday, if you do experience this sleep paralysis, it might be that you can't move your body. But it might also be that you hear and see things that aren't there, like the ghosts that were supposedly holding Ethan down on his bed.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about sleep and good sleep. So what do you do to prepare to go to sleep at night if you really want to try to get a good night's sleep?
Me? You're talking
I mean you.
Okay.
I'm talking to the ghost in here.
Okay, I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Mr. Ghost. No, of course you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Told you I'm a ghost. Well, I normally just wash my face.
Okay.
And I'll probably have a hot chocolate, hot milk.
That's a good idea.
To relax my body a little more.
That's a good idea. I think, washing your face. Some people take a shower.
Yeah.
That can definitely, sort of slow down your body, relax you a little bit. I find reading, I have to kind of read
to help you sleep
before I go to bed. I don't know. It's almost part of my tradition.
Aww.
Even if I'm really tired, I'll get like a comic book and read a page or something like that.
Read a page.
All right, I'm fine. So I have to do that. And often the other part of it is that when I prepare to go to sleep, my cat has to sit on me and get his scratches in.
So cute.
Because then he won't be scratched for like 6 hours when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, that is a terrible, terrible thing for him. So every time I get into bed, he's jumping on the bed right away. And he's there for his scratches. So scratching my cat and reading a little bit. Those are my two little rituals, how I prepare for sleep. How about you guys? Have a chat about that. We're going to be back with our article in a second. Ghosts appear? Ethan experiences a sleep problem. Warm-up question. What do you do to prepare to go to sleep?
1. Sleep paralysis happens when you're falling asleep or waking up. You see and hear like you're awake, but you can't move or speak. You might also hallucinate and feel fear, but it's not dangerous. 2. During sleep, your body is relaxed. This protects you from hurting your body while you're dreaming.
Okay, we are back. So let's learn about sleep paralysis. This is what Ethan experienced last night. It wasn't ghosts. It was sleep paralysis. So let's learn more about it. It says sleep paralysis happens when you're falling asleep or waking up. Very interesting. So I guess I can understand the falling asleep part. The waking up part is a little bit more interesting. I thought your brain kind of slowly woke up. But I guess if that gets interrupted, you might have problems. Do you ever get that other thing where you're falling asleep and you're just about to fall asleep and then your body kind of just shakes all of a sudden and you just suddenly wake up? Have you ever had that happen?
I think so. Is it kind of like similar to having a dream of you falling downstairs?
Maybe. I don't even know if I'm dreaming at that point. It's almost just like I get this electric shock through my body and it just sort of, everything gets tense and
it's
you just
really
like someone just shakes you. It's almost like that.
Yeah.
And it happens quite frequently and it's not weird. It's just kind of annoying because it's like, I was just about to fall asleep and then I had one of those body earthquakes or something like that. So these strange things can happen. I mean, we also have to point out, I don't think scientists know why we sleep. There's no real reason to sleep. You could just sit around and rest your body, your bones, your muscles.
Really?
Right? Yeah. And they don't really know what happens when we dream. I mean, so much of this stuff is still kind of unknown. They can see it happening, but they can't really explain why it happens. And, if you don't sleep, if someone keeps you up for days, you can kind of go crazy, right? So sleep is really important for your mind, much more than your body. So there are some very interesting and mysterious things going on. Anyways, back to the article. It says, you see and hear like you're awake. We're talking about sleep paralysis here. You see and hear like you're awake, but you can't move or speak. That is very interesting because there's a lot of scary stories going back to even stories about zombies where people are awake, they know what's going on, but their bodies are like frozen. They look like they're dead, but their brains are still working. You might also hallucinate and feel fear, but it's not dangerous. It might feel dangerous. It certainly might be scary if you don't know what's going on, but don't worry, your body is in no danger of, getting hurt or anything like that. All right, so let's talk about how do you make sure you get a good night's sleep every day. We've mentioned a few of these. Go to bed at the same time. Try to avoid your screens, your TV, your phone, your laptop, computer. What are some other things? I guess don't eat right before you go to bed. I mean, don't eat a big meal.
Probably. You might get acid reflux.
Yeah.
But I think it's really hard to make sure because sometimes you just find it hard to fall asleep.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you have a lot on your mind, if I'm really busy, I'm just kind of thinking about things a lot, planning my day.
Yeah.
So that's why holidays and taking breaks is really important. So it's kind of personal, but there are obviously some things to avoid. Avoid things with caffeine like coffee or soft drinks and stuff. And do try to have a restful room. Have a dark room, a peaceful room. Make sure that you feel good when you're in bed. Back to the article. During sleep, your body is relaxed. Yes, hopefully it is. That is what you're sleeping for, is to rest and relax your body. This protects you from hurting your body while you're dreaming. Good point. Because sometimes people move around when they're dreaming, and you don't want to hurt yourself by, hitting things or falling out of bed or things like that. So that is definitely a good thing that your body is doing while you're busy, flying around in Narnia with fairies and elves or whatever you're doing in your dream.
However, during sleep paralysis, your body and mind work out of sync. So your mind is awake, but you can't move your body. 3. To avoid sleep paralysis, practice good sleep hygiene. Go to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. Get 8 hours of sleep every day.
All right, we are back. So let's check out what else is going on with your body and sleep paralysis. However, it says during sleep paralysis, your body and mind work out of sync. So normally, while your body is resting, your mind is also resting. But sometimes, if something interrupts that rest, you can experience some very strange things. And sleep paralysis is when your body and mind are out of sync. They're not working together as a partner, as a pair, like they normally do. So your mind is awake, but you can't move your body. There we go. And that would be absolutely terrifying if you were very awake and you really didn't know what was going on. And in the article, we can see this picture of Ethan. He's sleeping peacefully. He's dreaming of fighting with a monster as Superman. Come on, you monster, he says. I'm Super Ethan, or something like that. That's a pretty fun, normal dream he's having there. He doesn't seem to be having any problems at all. I just hope he beats the monster. To avoid sleep paralysis, practice good sleep hygiene. Yeah, that's a good term. Sleep hygiene. Normally, when we think of hygiene, we think of keeping things clean, washing your hands before you make food or after you use the bathroom, cleaning your dishes with hot water and soap. That kind of thing is good for hygiene. Sleep hygiene is more about the things we've talked about. Don't eat spicy food before you go to bed. Stop using a computer about 2 hours. Make sure that your room is nice and peaceful. If it's a little too warm, I think a colder temperature can also help you fall asleep. So maybe have a fan in there if it's a hot night. You'll find it easier to fall asleep. All of these are good sleep hygiene. And go to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. Get 8 hours of sleep every day. Regular sleep patterns. It's very tempting to stay up until 3 in the morning on Saturdays or whatever to watch TV or to have fun because you don't have to work tomorrow or go to school, but it really is best to kind of go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, no matter what is on TV. All right, do you ever have a cool dream like Ethan there about being a superhero?
I think I do, but
Really?
I just tend to forget after I wake up or after. But
okay.
I think I mostly dream about my dad being a superhero all the time. I don't know why.
Really?
It's all about my dad.
Which superhero is your dad?
Sometimes I could be falling down from a very tall building and then my dad would just come out of nowhere and save me.
Wow, but is he swinging on a web like Spider-Man? Is he flying through the air like
Something
Superman?
like that. I think I just worship my dad.
I think it'd be cool if you could have a dream with your dad as Wonder Woman. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yes. That might be a nightmare, actually.
I know.
Dad, what are you wearing? You don't have the legs to be Wonder Woman.
Oh my gosh.
Or something like that. But that would definitely be a memorable
really
dream.
cool,
That's cool. I always have dreams about losing my bag.
Oh, that's your fear, actually. That is your fear.
It is kind of. I don't want to lose. I put all my stuff in my bag.
That is your fear.
But often in my dreams, I'm just wandering around going, you see my bag?
I have dreams of losing my teeth.
Ooh, that's a very common one.
Because I am so self-conscious about my teeth.
Okay. I just read something. That is the most common dream in North America. I don't know why.
What?
Maybe because it's expensive to see a dentist there?
Maybe.
Or something. Yeah, it is. But the most common dream in Asia was snakes.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
don't
heard
know.
that when you dream about...
Which is weird because I've never had a dream about either of those things.
Me either. I don't think I've dreamed.
No, it said in North America and Europe.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Losing your teeth.
OK， 我们来看今天所有的单字哦。我们今天第一个片语是 wake up。wake up 就是醒来的意思，那它的三态就是 wake、woke and woken。那么大家要记得 wake up 跟 get up 是不一样的。get up 是真的起床 ，wake up 就是醒来。那我们常会说醒悟现实，你体悟到事实，其实就是 to wake up to reality。或者是你今天去饭店啊，你需要人家把你叫醒，那个饭店的叫醒服务就是 wake up call。比如说 I ordered a wake up call for 6:30 in the next morning。那或者是去把谁叫醒呢？就是 to wake someone。比如说 He gave me a poke in the ribs to wake me up。那我们再看另外一个句子 I usually wake up at 6:30 a.m. but on weekends I sleep later。我通常在早上6点半起床哦，不过周末的时候啊，我就会睡得比较晚。那我们第二个单字啊是恐惧跟害怕。它就是 fear 这个名词，所以我们通常会说这个有时候因为害怕失败，你就会觉得好像已经太熟悉这件事情了，就有点麻痹的感觉。我们英文就可以说 the fear of failure can be paralyzing。 那 fear 这个字呢当动词也可以哦，有害怕担心的意思，比如说担心谁的安危啊 to fear for one's safety。 比如说She feared for her children's safety every time they went out alone. 那我们看另外一个句子 Grace has a fear of big dogs because she thinks they might bite her. Grace 很害怕大只的狗，因为她会觉得这些狗可能会咬她。那我们今天都在讲睡眠瘫痪嘛，那我们就会做梦，只要睡觉的话就会做梦。那么 dream 就是做梦的意思，是动词在这边。比如说 但是除了是我们睡觉的做梦啦，如果是自己什么梦想要做什么，这个字也是可以。比如说 he dreamed of flying when he was a child， 但这边是当梦到当他小朋友的时候，他就梦到自己在飞。那你也可以把它当成是梦想。那当名词也可以，像是你的 dream job, your dream house, dream vacation, dream partner， 这些都是常常用的片语哦。比如说 her dream is to travel around the world， 她的梦想呢是去环游世界。那我们看一个句子 Last night, Joanna dreamed about flying in the sky like a bird。 昨天晚上呢 Joanna 梦到她自己像鸟在天空中飞翔。好，那我们看另外一个句子哦 Avoid 就是避免。那我们在讲避免怎么用呢？我们后面可以加动词 VING， 或者是直接加一个名词，像是 to avoid danger, to avoid conflict, or to avoid confrontation， 就是去避免危险啦、冲突或者是对抗。那我们再造一个句子哦，我们看一下这边当动词哦，动词的话呢，你们要变成 ING。比如说 She avoided making eye contact with him。或者是说呢 he always avoids discussing politics with his family， 所以后面都是动词的话要记得加 ing。 好，那么再看另外一个句子 Paul stayed inside to avoid getting wet in the rain。 Paul 待在室内呢，所以他就比较不会被雨淋湿。那我们的 magic box 大家有看到 to protect someone from doing something or to protect someone from something， 指的就是保护谁啊，免受于什么事情的侵犯。比如说 parents protects their children from harm， 就是这个父母亲呢会保护他们的小孩子免受于伤害哦。OK， 所以就是今天所有的单字，大家也不要忘记练习咯。But before we end today's lesson, we will go to our review time activity.
Review time.
All right, we have time for a quick review of our new words for today. Those words, just for you guys one more time, are wake up, fear, dream, and avoid. So are you ready to do a little game of fill in the blanks?
Yes.
We're going to fill in the blanks, so I'll give you a sentence or sentences with missing words, with blanks, and don't worry, those words, the missing words, are only to be found on our list here. So it's one of the 4 words. We'll fill each blank, so it's nice and easy. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, so the other night I was blanking when I blanked full of blank. I will now blank eating spicy hot pot right before bed.
Okay, I know the last answer. Do I have to do it in order?
Of course you do, otherwise it won't make sense.
Oh, okay.
So the other night I was blanking.
Oh, the other night I was dreaming.
When I blanked full of blank.
When I woke up full of fear.
So now I will blank eating spicy hot pot in bed.
So I
changed it to in bed.
So now I would avoid eating hot pot.
Spicy
hot pot
yes,
before bed. Why?
That's right.
So what's going on?
Well, first of all, it makes the sheets all red and spicy.
Greasy.
Greasy. Second of all, my wife always gets really mad at me because I could burn the bedroom down. And third of all, it gave me bad dreams. So there you go. No malaguo in bed.
No malaguo in bed.
Yes,
then
that's
如果是
good
牛奶
advice.
锅, but can we do milky hot pot?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
No,
Just not
don't
spicy.
do that either.
Oh, okay.
It's no fire near your bed.
Okay.
Let's not do that in the kitchen. You could sleep in the kitchen though, if you really want.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
If you have a kitchen island.
I don't.
Okay.
But you could you could turn your bathtub into the hot pot and then eat the hot pot and then sleep in the nice bathtub full of hot pot
Sounds like a good
soup.
idea.
That's a terrible idea. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Eat hot pot in the restaurant, not in the kitchen or at home. Well, no, you can eat it at home, but, don't eat it in bed. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
如果想要学更多实用的英文，要欢迎加入我们的 AMC 空中美语的粉丝团。We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Magic Box。
各位同学大家好，马上又到了星座运势的时间咯。今天就让我星座权威唐启阳来为您分析本周有哪些应该注意的咯。感情方面的话呢，双鱼座的朋友要特别注意咯。有时候呢，最爱你的人伤你最深，这个伤害呢可能来自他无心的一句话，无心的一个举动哦。所以建议感性的双鱼座的朋友呢，本周要注意尽量不要和伴侣争执，试着保持冷静的沟通哦。Try to stay calm when you are angry. 哦，刚刚的句子里面呢，出现了中英文都很常用到的说法哦。当怎么样？当发生什么事情哦？这个真的就让我想到了动力火车呢为《还珠格格》献唱的主题曲哦。哎呀，糟糕，不小心透露了年纪哦。但是呢，大家呢应该都没有听过吧？总之呢，英文里面呢，我们可以使用连接词 when，OK， 连接词 when 就用来表示呢当什么什么的时候，它呢可以用来连接两个字、两个片语，甚至是呢两个完整的子句。注意到呢 when 前后所连接的东西是相对应的咯。例如呢开头所说的建议 ，Try to stay calm when you are angry。Try to stay calm when you are angry。OK， 前面呢 try to stay calm 是一个子句 ，when 后面 you are angry 也是一个子句。OK， 当你生气的时候呢，试着保持冷静。了解这一点之后呢，我们来看看 when 在句子里面的位置咯。作为连接词呢，它呢除了放在句首之外，它呢也可以放在句中，两边都可以来使用。像是呢，我很常开直播的时候，我很喜欢看大家留言。When I'm doing live streaming, I like to read my audience comments.When I am doing live streaming, I like to read my audience comments. OK， 我们呢可以把 when 放在中间，也可以呢像我们刚刚使用的，把 when 放在开头，放在句首咯。注意到呢，我们的两个子句呢中间加上一个逗号了 ，when 的子句加上逗号，后面呢再接上另外一个句子。好的，最后呢，帮大家整理一下 when 的句型咯。我们呢用一个完整的子句加上 when， 再加上另外一个子句，表示呢这两件事情同时发生了。当然呢，我们也可以把 when 移到句子的最前面。不过呢，这个时候呢，我们要记得在句子中间加上逗号咯。这样大家都懂了吗？我们下次再见咯。